Hey guys, what's up? So these are the daily MCQs for government exams and they will be covering the static portion, and today is 25th June 2017. So current affairs is done by, for June it is done by Jatin Verma, and for static portion I'll be doing, and today we'll cover polity. Why this course is needed? Because it will have perennial content, so it will be valid after 5 years also. A lot of government exam UPSC SSC ask MCQs from the static portion. It will give you a daily dosage of static MCQs so that you are always ready ki bhai, what is your status of studies, you'll know just like that. It will help in getting more marks. It will also test your knowledge. So question number 1, consider the following statements regarding the Regulating Act of 1773. It designated the Governor of Madras and Bombay subordinate to the Governor General of Bengal. This statement is correct, absolutely correct. Created an executive council consisting of 5 members. No, there were 4 members, so this is wrong. It provided for the establishment of a high court. This is wrong. It was Supreme Court. And it prohibited the servants of the company from engaging in any private trade or accepting present or bribes from the natives. So this is correct. So answer here is 1 and 4. B, as you can see, 4 members, and it established Supreme Court in Calcutta. Statement 2 and 3 are wrong, hence the right option is B. Question number 2, which of the following are true regarding the Regulating Act of 1773? So let us see these questions. It was the first step taken by the British government to regulate company affairs in India. So this statement is correct. The Supreme Court established in Bengal under this act was a 7-member body comprising of 1 Chief Justice and 6 other judges. This is wrong. 1 Chief Justice and 3 regular judges. So this statement is wrong. The Supreme Court was the final court of the appeal. No, Governor General in Council was the final court of appeal. It laid the foundation of central administration in India. So this is correct. So answer here again is C, 1 and 4. So the Governor General in Council was the final court of appeal, and body comprised of 1 Chief Justice and 3 regular judges. Question number 3, which of the following were the major features of Regulating Act of 1773? It gave more power to East India Company. No, it was supposed to reduce the power of the company. That is why Regulating Act. Okay, regulating something. It laid the foundations for a centralized administration in India. This is correct. It reduced the terms of company's court of directors to 4 years. So this is also correct. So answer here is C, 2 and 3. So as you can see, Regulating Act, as the name suggests, was to regulate the East India Company. It reduces the power of company because the East India Company could not pay the tax to British government after 1968 due to its declining tea trade with America. Question number 4, consider the following statements regarding Pitt's India Act. Okay, let us see this question. Created a new body called as Board of Control to manage company's political affairs. This is correct. The company's territories in India was first time called the British possessions in India. So this is also correct. The Governor General was given greater powers. So this is also correct. The number of executive council members increased to 6 to manage civil, military and revenue affairs. So they were reduced to 3 members. So this statement is wrong. So here answer is A, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they were reduced to 3 members rather than increasing to 6 members. And Governor General was given greater powers in matters of war, revenue, diplomacy. And Board of Control could not only manage the political affairs but also the revenue and military affairs. Question number 5. Consider the following statements regarding Charter Act of 1813. Ended the monopoly of East India Company in India. So this is correct. This act permitted that all the British citizens to trade with India and all the commodities. This is wrong, except Tea. The act mandated the East India Company to spend rupees 1 lakh in educating Indians. This is correct. So answer here is 1 and 3, that is B. So as you can see here, this act permitted all the British citizens to trade with India and all commodities except tea. Tea was not allowed. Question number 6. Consider the following statements about Charter Act of 1833. Governor General of Bengal became the Viceroy. No, Governor General of Bengal was designated as Governor General of India. So this is wrong. Okay. The Executive Council was renamed as India Council. So this is correct. It ended the activities of British India Company as a political body and it just became a commercial body. So it ended the activities as a commercial body and it became a purely administrative body. So this is also wrong. East India Company lost its monopoly on trade with China. So this is correct. So answer here is B, 2 and 4. So since it's lost everything, so it became a purely administrative body and it re-designated the Governor General of Bengal as Governor General of India. And under this provision, Lord William Bentinck became the first Governor General of India. Very important. And the company lost its monopoly on trade with China and other part of the Far East. Question number 7. Which of the following facts are true about Government of India Act of 1833? The system of open competition for the selection of civil servants started under this act. This is wrong. It deprived the governors of Bombay and Madras of their legislative power. So this is correct. Though it attempted to introduce a system, however, this provision was repealed, means like taken away, after opposition from the court of directors, who continued to hold the privilege of appointing company officials. Question number 8. Consider the following statements regarding the Charter Act of 1853. It reduces the number of board of directors from 24 to 18. 6 out of them should be nominated. So this is correct. This act established parliamentary system of government in India. This is also correct. This act introduced the open competition system for the selection of civil servants. So this is also correct. It established for the first time Indian Legislative Council. This statement is wrong. This act established parliamentary system of government of India, separate executive council and Indian Legislative Assembly. And Legislative Assembly functioned according to the British parliamentary model. So fourth statement is wrong. Answer here is A, 1, 2, 3. Question number 9. Consider the following statements about Government of India Act of 1858. It ended the system of dual government. This is correct. Created the office of Secretary of State for India. This is correct. Governor General of India redesignated as the Viceroy of India. This is also correct. This act gave Viceroy the powers to issue ordinances during emergency. This is wrong. It was granted in 1861 Act. So answer here is A, 1, 2, 3. And abolished the Board of Control and Co-Directors. Hence it abolished the dual government. And last question for today is, consider the following statements about Indian Council Act of 1861. It transformed the Viceroys of India's Executive Council into a cabinet run on the portfolio system. So this is correct. The Viceroy was not allowed under the provision of this act to overrule the Council on Legislative Affairs. Viceroy was allowed. So this is wrong. The 1861 Act restored the legislative powers of Bombay and Madras Presidency. This is correct. So answer here is C, that is 1 and 3. So Viceroy was indeed allowed under the provision of the Act to overrule the Council on any affairs if he deemed necessary. Hence statement 2 is wrong. So thank you for watching this lesson. Have an awesome day.